How's it going, guys? And welcome to RC Cincy Extras. Today I'm going to be sharing my Predator collection from vehicles, my oldest ones, to special edition, and of course the 30th anniversary series. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to start with my oldest one, and it is the Berserker Predator. Really cool. He does come with very limited weapons. I think some blades, but he's one of those guys that will probably go out there and battle with very little weapons, and still, of course, he still has his cannon. Probably has a couple more accessories and hidden weapons, but he's going single bladed. That's kind of crazy, but he's crazy like that. You kind of tell. So this is supposed to be an all new unmasked version. It shows the collection on the backside with a little backstory. And then, of course, you can see in this corner, 2010. So that is the oldest one. And then we're going to go to one of the cooler ones, I think. The Bad Blood Predator. He is really neat. You can see all the different bones on his body. Kind of use him as a shield and as a weapon, possibly. See the blood on his hands. And of course, a couple human heads, a couple skulls as well. Some other really cool weapons he has. One of my favorites. This one, I believe, is part of the comic. And I think they had an arcade. I'm not sure if he was in it, but they had the comic version and some arcade stuff as well. So you can see how awesome this collection is. Love the one to the right. And of course, this is 2014. So I try to get them in order for you guys for the most part. And then around that time, they also released the Blade Fighter. So this is a Predator vehicle. Of course, they have a couple other things I don't have. For instance, like the Predator Throne. They also have other stuff when it comes to the alien side, which is kind of its own thing. So we'll maybe get into that one day. I would love to start an alien collection because I do love those, and I think I know the proper way to start it. So the Blade Fighter does need some assembly. It was released in 2014. It's got this really cool grappling. My nephew has this, and he actually opens his and plays with them very carefully. Unfortunately, I would love to open mine unless I have a really, really nice case with lighting to display them and to be able to really take care of them. Till then, I don't feel comfortable enough opening them, just stacking them on my shelf like the way I have. So, but really cool. This actually opens and grabs aliens. It's got a cannon on the back, just a bunch of really cool stuff. The Predators fit really good in there. So I think that is really, really neat. As far as prices go, I'm not going to tell any prices just because it depends on the quality of the box, which figure, and has it been opened, and if they're open, they still can hold substantial value. And I'll kind of give you a couple instances that I saw personally, and I'll kind of talk about it as we're going down the line. So he was really cool, like this guy. We're going to continue with one of my favorite Predators of all time, probably tied for first, if not first. It is, of course, the Scar Predator. Now, this particular version is the Cloaked Scar Predator. It is a 2016 Comic-Con exclusive with the temple diagram. I think that's really, really cool. He has some really nice weapons. Everything of his is fully cloaked. I think there's a little bit of blood or something on his blades, but everything is supposed to be cloaked. That is a really nice Scar Predator. Really exclusive one. This is from 2016. So we're working our way up. This right here, my friends, is my favorite predators right there. Them three plus him, it's basically the same thing for the Alien vs. Predator, but in the same movie. This is the best set. I could just slide him in there. In my opinion, in the Predator world. That's, of course, that's my opinion. I do love my other ones, but these are like my top ones. So, I hope to have a non-cloaked version of the Scar. I found just for a reference, he was 50. I do remember that, because some of these I bought a long time ago and it's kind of hard to remember. He was 50 for the cloaked version. The uncloaked, opened in a plastic bag with all his parts, was $100. The cloaked version was 50. So him being uncloaked without being in a box is 100. I guarantee in the box, he's probably $120, $125 Predator. Like I said, condition, area, country, everything has a big factor in it. But just keep that in mind. And I only buy, really quickly, NECA Predators. I think there are really good clones out there. There's some good clones, there's some bad clones. But to be honest with you, I try to keep a particular brand of Predators, as you can tell. And be careful, the fakes are really close. They're kind of hard to spot. Maybe we'll do a video about spotting those. And then currently, my favorite Predator, of course, once I get the Scar, this one is up there, but him being cloaked, you can't see as much of the detail of the Predator. So that's what takes him down to maybe like a 4th or 5th place Predator. But this is probably tied with Scar, 1st place, if I get a Scar in the box in this condition. Actually, you know what? I think he's number 1, to be honest with you. Scar is a very close number 2. This right here, my friends, is the Elder Predator from the Alien vs. Predator movie. Same thing the Scar and all these other guys are in. Really, really nice Predator. I just absolutely love this Predator. He is amazing. Look at all that detail on him. All his trophies. He's got this amazing cloak. An amazing helmet. I don't know how well that fits, because I have not opened it. That's incredible. Their panel right there opens. There's his weapon selection. I absolutely love his spear, one of my favorite weapons. And of course, we'll go to the back, and it's got some bad Predators right there. Look at those bad boys. I would love to have any of those guys, especially the guy to the right and the guy to the left, but they're absolutely incredible. A little bit of detail about the movie and the franchise. This is a 2017. So just for instance, a unpackaged one at a typical collectible store is about $100. A packaged one is about $125. Yes, you can get them sometimes a little cheaper on the internet. Sometimes you'll pay a little more. So like I said, it varies at the time. They fluctuate just like any collectible. So to me, they're worth every penny. So that is that one. The rest of these, the next 2 have dates, and the rest of these don't, and we'll kind of get into that. So this next one, and this is not by genre, this is not by age by any means, but these are the last ones, the last 2 that that had some kind of date on them. Obviously, you can figure out the dates, but these are newer, so you can tell the older ones the way they come packaged, and then of course the newer ones the way they come packaged. So this one is my Assassin Predator from the Predator movie. That's a big dude. Without his, there is another version where he has his exoskeleton armor on. This one he does not. Still a really, really cool Predator. Absolute monster. Huge. Look at him. The way the size comparison is insane. So if you actually look, it has, I forget where the date was. I think he had a date on him somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Thought he had a date on him. 2020, right there. 2020. So that is his date. And then he's technically part of the same movie. This is the guy he was hunting, the Predator. And he is the Lab Escape fugitive predator. So this is when they caught him and took most of his stuff off, and he's trying to fight his way out of the lab. Hence why he's not wearing all his shielding and armor and everything. There is his helmet to the left, and then his head with his helmet on. Of course, a couple of different hands or arms he grabbed up, and that's when he grabbed that gun and shot kind of wildly and hit those guys. A couple other weapons he has. And then you flip it around, telling you a little bit more about him. And if you look down in the corner, 2019. So technically, this one came out first. Then, not sure about the date of this one. I think these two came, I think these three right here came out around a similar time, if I had to guess. So this one right here is the Deluxe Heartstone Predator. Really big dude. He was, I guess, engineered to fight the aliens. He is an absolute monster. Blades. I mean, giant blades. Blades on his fists. I mean, he was ready to cut something up. He's supposed to have a lot of strength and stamina. You can kind of see. And any predator, by the way, that has any kind of lights or anything, there's always a diagram in the bottom. So that'll let you know that your predator lights up. His, his head, the little LEDs on his body or whatever. Typically, this is where the batteries go on top of their heads. So if you get one that has batteries like that, typically the heads are not removable, I believe. So just keep that in mind. Or they may be, I don't know. But he's combat ready. Yeah. So this is part of, yeah. He's been, it tells his backstory. Actually, the backstories are kind of cool. Interchangeable head and hands. I was wrong. So the head can come off. Cool. So you have an LED. So if his head gets cut off, still somewhat alive, his lights will still light up on his head. And then probably one of the coolest ones, because it comes with something that doesn't come with many of them. Right here is the Alpha Predator. He is a special one. He was part of the Hunting Grounds exclusive. So Hunting Grounds came out around the same time as this Predator. So he was a special edition, and he's a special edition for that. And they give you a code inside that coincides with him. So I guess it gives him similar looking armor and features, maybe even weapons. So you can see his really cool looking helmet. I've seen that in the game. Of course, all his bone weapons, which are kind of cool. He's like, I'm badass. I don't need all that technology to kill you. That's awesome. And then one feature that stands out is you get a, let me see if it has a date on here. Yep, do you hear that noise? Listen. Hold on. Hear that sliding in there? It is the poster that has basically most predators I've ever seen on a piece of paper. There's this incredible poster in there that not only it's a poster for him, but has like basically every special 100th predator figure. So it's like not only is it a special limited edition, but it came with this poster. And does it say in the description down here? There we go. Fold out a visual guide poster inside his original story. And then on the other side, it's literally got so many predators that I've never even seen before. So this one's worth getting not only for the poster and him being cool, but it just gives you so many predators I've never ever seen before. So next we move on to, so from this point on, there was no dates. I just tried to put them best of my ability. It says new. But this guy right here, of course, has LED lights. You can see it does show a little diagram that they do go underneath his helmet. And that's really cool. And he has tons of weapons. Really cool. His name is Laser Shot. Let's go ahead and open this up. Kind of showing you the different predators that come with his. Kind of like there'll be like collections or sets or groups or whatever you want to call them. His helmet is absolutely incredible. There's the Predator. Really amazing. There's a claw that's kind of crazy. I like that a lot. A lot of cool little features. And then, of course, his eyes light up. The batteries, they're all very similar. I do believe batteries are included because they're those really tiny, small, like laser pointer batteries. So the cool part is they are included. And then the OG Predator, this kind of came out on his own. You can see it doesn't say 30th edition or anything like that. This is the OG Predator Jungle Hunter. OG one. So it shows him when he challenged Arnold, when he dropped his weapons off of him in his helmet. So you can see the one with, of course, the head and the helmet on. Doesn't come off, and then one with the head and the helmet to the right. And then all his different weapons. You can see his energy blast there. His skull that he ripped out. One of his Arnold's men ripped off his skull and cleaned it and polished it. That was one of the scenes. I thought that was really cool. All those different weapons. Just a really cool Predator. I wish I had a date for him. Fairly newer. There we go. 2021. So theoretically, he would be somewhere around this timeline. Probably about time maybe before these. I'd say probably this is like the 100th figure. Now that I think about it, that's probably the 100th figure. He's probably somewhere in here about production. We'll just leave him here for now. But yeah, so really cool figure. I do like these boxes. Do I like them better than these ones? Not necessarily. These are kind of cool. But these are neat too. I just hate the fact that when I store them, these little tabs get bent. That's about it. I really don't care for them. It's not like I'm going to hang them back up. Obviously, if the resale value, the better the packaging is, the better you're going to get. So, for Predator 2, they decided to do a, what is it? Let me flip this side. I think a 30th edition. Yep, 30th anniversary edition. So they did, I think it goes to 10, if I'm not mistaken. I am missing a couple. So we're going to start with the first one is the Ultimate Armored Lost Predator. So this is when it is in warehouse when he's trying to eat some food, trying to eat his beef. Wow, his sword is kind of epic. And they try to set a trap for him. Of course, it didn't work. So you can see his amazing weapons, which I absolutely love. His design on his body is really cool. I like it a lot. His armor's amazing. Man, he is nice. And a cool little helmet. So a really cool Predator there. That is number 1. I'll kind of leave me some space. Then number 2. I'm missing number 2. Not sure what that one is, but I'm missing number 2. We're going to go ahead and go to number 3. And it is the Ultimate Stalker Predator. So, pretty cool there. That's where he's stalking his prey. Different design, of course, on his body. Head and helmet's really cool. All his different weaponry, the skull he collected, stuff like that. Dun, 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 dun. And of course, it has a couple more poses in the back, shows his weapons off and stuff like that, the skulls and everything. It does. So let's count them really quick. I think it is 10. 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then him being the 10th, maybe? Yeah, has to be because it went to 10. So yeah, so I'm missing one of them. So these are the other ones, and this is the one you have. So yeah, I'm missing. I have him. I have him. Oh my God, that's who I'm missing. Cool helmet, dude. So I can't think of their name. I'm terrible with names. I've seen tons of these shows and movies. I looked at them at the chart. I'm just terrible with names, so please don't judge me for that. I will never remember your name, but I'll remember your face for a lifetime. So we're going to jump to number 4. So like I said, so far I'm only missing number 2. Here is number 4, and it is the Ultimate Guardian Predator. Really cool drawing there. I like that a lot. I remember him having a giant cannon. So of course he has this plasma thing on his shoulder. It has this giant gun. There's his helmet. I think his mask is absolutely incredible. Does it show his eyes? Does it come off? I don't know, but that's awesome. See the blast from one of his giant gun. That is awesome. All the different weaponry he has. That's really cool. Of course, talks about his backstory a little bit, his different weapons. So I do love that a lot. Love that they give him a story for each Predator. You should definitely read those. They're kind of neat. Then we're gonna go from 4. We're missing 5 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're missing 3. So we're missing 2, 5, and 6. So we're missing 3 of them. 1, 5, and 6. We're gonna go to 7 now. And it is the Ultimate Shaman Predator. He's kind of cool. Let's open this up. See his little rags, how he's supposed to look like. He almost looks like an evil medicine man. Really cool though, love his helmet. All the skulls, different weapons. Really cool Predator. Just like so. Of course, their backstory as well. You can pause. I'm trying to hold it for a second. So you can pause and read the story in case you're interested in one of them. Just a heads up, none of these are for sale. I will not sell any of them. Like I said, I'm an avid collector. I like to see things in person. That's why I don't typically. I've never bought any of my Predators offline besides the Blade Fighter. All these I go. Actually, I lied. This one I think was offline. This one and the Blade Fighter. The rest of them I like to see in person before I buy a Predator. So, Ultimate Boar Predator is number 8. Ultimate Boar Predator. Is this the subway scene? Looks epic, but he looks different. A sense of his weaponry and stuff. Holy smokes, look at this staff. He looks sick. Of course, his helmet is really cool. His head, of course. All his different weaponry. He's got some weapons. Holy smokes. I love how some of them have like really unique weapons. Of course, his little story, if you want to pause it and read it. All his different weapons. Actually gives you a really descriptive list right here for each Predator. So if you're like not sure, you're sitting there trying to look, it's glare on the box, so you really can't see what it is. Some of the weapons are hidden behind or on the side of the Predators. Just look at that list. It'll tell you exactly what you're getting. So that's number 8. Number 9 is the Ultimate Snake Predator. My nephew loves this one. He actually has one, I think. He has these amazing like sickles or blades or whatever. Amazing. A really, really cool helmet, by the way. And I think, does it go on or is it a head? No, it's a head. Really cool looking with that fluff. Kind of looks like almost like a Viking Predator, kind of. He's got this amazing long spear, the sickle, the little blades, all kinds of cool stuff. He looks sick. I like him a lot. He's up there in the top, probably 6 or 5. 6 probably, but yeah, really, really cool Predator. His weaponry, and then his little backstory. Hopefully I showed them all. If not, you can always do that. And then last but not least, one of my favorites, and the number 2 and the second Predator, the Ultimate Elder Predator. So this is the Elder at the end, and he says, "Take it," and he gives him the gun. So he's a really cool Predator, well masked, very, very cool Predator. His weapons. See his blade. You can see the gun he gave to him. It's the gun that was in Prey, by the way. I had the opportunity. And he's got one he can hold in his hand. It's supposed to go over his helmet, and then one head that does have it on. So one's a helmet he can hold in his hand and maybe put on his face. The other one is a head change, of course, hand change, and then his weapons. And then there's his weapons list. Look at that light up LED. See? They all have that. So ones, just read the weapons thing. It'll tell you which ones have LED lights in them. The laser shot, the bioborg thing. There's a few. So you just got to read. And then, of course, I have a diagram on the bottom. Some will take 2 batteries. Some will take 3, just depending on the use case. There's one of these are brighter or whatever, bigger. but this one is absolutely amazing. So this is probably one of my favorite for Predator 2 and the top 2 favorite for Predator 2. I think he looks incredible. The snake one is up there in Predator 2. There's a few of them. There's a couple helmets that are good. The Predator isn't as good, but their helmet or their weapons are better. There's kind of a mix there. Cool part is once you open these, you can literally have whatever weapons you want for whatever Predator, right? So that's the cool part about having them open. If you're careful, you can play with them. My nephew plays with all his and doesn't break them. And if it does, it's something very minor, something that can be fixed. And he's really careful, and he does still keep the boxes. So he's actually able to get a lot of cool Predators because of the simple fact that they'll be much cheaper and they'll have everything at the store we go to. And they're just in a bag, like this nice bag, and has a price. And of course has the weapons and everything in there. So for instance, you know, a Predator that would normally be in the box, like, you know, these are the high dollar ones. Let's say another one he really wanted, instead of it being in the box for like, I don't know, 60, 70, it's like 25 bucks or whatever in the bag. So you save quite a bit of money. And most of the time they have all the weapons and everything. So that is the complete Predator collection I have with them with that. There is a few more Predators I want, especially the Scar, the Celtic, just a couple other ones I want to get. No rush. You know, the really good ones are expensive. I think this is the most expensive Predator I've ever bought, is this one, and it's hard to really spend more than that. I think it was $125, I think. But there was a little bit of, every once in a while, by the way, that store, you can get them cheaper or whatever, but every once in a while that store does have sales. I think there was a sale where the open Predators had a percentage off, and he got like 2 or 3 Predators or something crazy. And then the very next day or whatever, there's going to be a sale for the in-box ones that were like 5 or 10% off, which is still money saved. Like I said, this and this I got off of Line. Or no, this one and this one I got off Line. Or one of these. And then that was it. Like I said, the rest of them I like to go to the store. Target carried all these from here all the way across, plus this one and this one. So good job, Target. And I think this one and this one, I think this is the only one I got offline. These two were at Target as well. Probably at some point this is at Target as well. I don't know. These were too old for Target at the time to be as popular. Maybe at some point they were. This one was definitely online. That toy store did have that. And one thing that toy store had that I really want is the Predator throne. And then as far as the alien side, if I start collecting it, I haven't said the store name because I don't want anyone to go get it, is the, they have a combo pack where it's like an alien and a Predator. And they also have the alien queen when Ripley gets in that big robot, that yellow robot, I forget what they're called. They're usually for cargo and stuff, like a cargo robot or something. Forget the name, damn, terrible with names. But he's yellow, and I want to get that combo pack. So if I start the alien collection, it would be that way. My nephew already has aliens, and they're awesome. So I think that's kind of part of this. It's just really fun to collect. Like I said, if you're careful, I guess you can open them, or if you have somewhere to store them really nicely. I just want a case with glass, LED lighting. I could add the LED lighting. I'm not worried about the LED lighting, but a nice case with glass that I can close and keep as much dust away from them and just kind of maintain them if I open them. So if not, I don't have no problem collecting them this way. I think they're still amazing. I absolutely love Predator. It's one of my all-time favorite movies, genre. So good news is Predator Badlands is coming out soon. There's been a few Predator movies over the years. Predator Badlands is coming out in November of 2025 this year. And then, of course, Prey should be following that in 2026 or late 2025. Probably 2026 most likely. So that's going to be exciting. Hopefully Badlands does well. Go see that. That's going to help the next movies happen. If they have a flop, it's that much harder for the next movie to come out. So keep that in mind. It's a lot of work, a lot of money to get a Predator movie just because of the costumes, all the work they have to do. So we'll see how good Badlands is. Hopefully there's other cool movies or aliens that includes the Predators. That'd be awesome. So we'll just have to see. Well, guys, I was kind of starting to put the Predators away, and sure enough, in the far back, I left one behind, and I feel terrible. This Predator is from a comic book series, The Hub. Ultimate Edition. Really cool. He's definitely a veteran. You can see the battle scars. Cool little weapons. Helmet, I like the way that looks. You can see all his different weapons right there. On the back side, it gives you a little bit more detail from what comic book series he's from, if you want to kind of check that out. He's pretty neat. And then, like I said, in the bottom it says 2018, so technically it would have been towards the beginning of the Predator movie, the more recent one. So it's a bummer I missed it. Definitely a cool looking Predator. So I want to apologize. It does look really cool. You can see the monsters he's killed. He's definitely a warrior. Looks really cool. I like the way this box looks. So apologize about that, but that is, I thought I was missing. I couldn't figure it out, but yeah, I have a total of 18 Predators and one vehicle. Hopefully one day I'll have the throne as well, and the rest of the other ones eventually. It seems like it's never ending. You should really open up, get this guy if you do happen to open him, or maybe find the poster online. There is a huge amount. I mean, think about it, the 100th figure. So there's a huge amount of figures that you can collect, and it's just really vast. So again, sorry about that, guys. So this is gonna pretty much do it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.